Alright guys, put the M1 clamp in. We're going to do an M1 calibration. Should I start over? Fine, I will. I'll say all the same things. Well, watch my other video, I'll link it. So I explained some of these things. Right now I have M1, M2 selected. First step in the height level, install and tighten M1. No need to put any key. Cutter level needs to be adjusted, yeah, fine. Length of A should be less than 2 centimeters. After the fixed energy of the probe, the end of the tip needs to be lower than the cutter. I might have to adjust this. Let's just see what it does. Right, so I just did the M5 calibration. I'm guessing, yeah, it's going to give us an error. So I got to put the cutter lower than the probe. I'll be right back. That was easy. I just put the probe up. Let's see what that does. Hit start. Yeah, so first step complete. This is similar to the M5. Cutter is touching the surface. Lower the tip of the probe to the surface. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Loosen that up. You saw what it did. It dropped down. What's the reasoning behind this? It now knows that the probe is at the same height as the cutter. Couldn't be anything other. What's it going to do now? It's going to check that height of the probe, height of the cutter, and complete. Of course it wants me to do that. I have a 1.5. Clamp calibration, we'll do M1. This should be quick and easy. We already did insert HON 66. Hold on. So all I did there was raise the probe. Clearly see it's higher. It's going to drop the cutter down so the cutter touches. Ask us. Wow, we'll hit continue. Then it's going to tell us exactly what we know to do, which is drop the probe down. Sorry about the angle there. You heard it drop. Now the probe's touching the clamp. The cutter's touching the clamp. What's it going to do now? It's going to test that. Probe height, cutter height. If it's the same, it's going to say complete, which it is. Always asks us to make sure that we're done. Clamp calibration, M1, new HON 66. I already got the HON 66 in there. It's the same one that I used on the M5. I just flipped it over in case those two little notches matter. What's it going to do? Check the probe. Check the clamp. And check the width. Successful. We'll go to M2. I'm going to switch this out. Alright, so I know some of you are paying attention and noticed that my little set screw to hold my clamps in is gone. Now, that's what happens when the machine takes a little bit of a tumble out of the back of your car. It broke off. I kind of altered my machine a little bit on the fly. You can see that bolt. I think that's part of like the shipping, the bracket that came with the unit. When it first arrived, there's a threaded bolt there. So essentially, I'm just using that bolt as a set screw. It looks ugly, but it works fine. I'll be right back. So that, of course, is another reason why I like the M5, because I don't have to switch back and forth. A little bit tougher for me to switch back and forth. I've got the M5A selected right now. Let's just watch what it does. Just checking where the clamp is compared to the probe. Height, width, whatever you got. A is okay. I'm going to switch it to B. Tough to see. I don't know, whatever. That's B. We'll hit continue. It's really simple. It's just going to do all the same things here. Cool. Successful. Clamp C. It's easy to see there. Nothing new, all the same stuff. Height, width, length. M2D. There you are. D. We're good. Continue. All the same stuff. Height, width, and length. I assume if there was anything wrong here, I've never had any of this fail, but I assume if there's anything wrong, it would, yeah, we're going to do this too. It would fail at some point and tell us something's wrong, but I've never had any of those fail. So we're going to go back to the M1 now. I'll be right back. So I just realized this basically is doing the same thing that I just did in the M1 video. Blank key for calibration, whatever. We'll do it again. Just checking height, width, and it's doing that thing again where it's just going to cut that tiny sliver. On each side. I know we mentioned it in the last video, that does not ruin this key. We can still use this key. The tool's going to tell us to clean it off. Use the brush, we will. Hit continue, and this again, it's going to be checking those little tiny bits that it took off. I'm assuming it liked it. That's it, guys, we're done. All the calibration videos are done.